All right, so we just got back home from another art event, a pre-Art Basel event, because a friend of my mom, a colleague and a friend, was a part of this art show, this exhibit and panel discussion. Dion Polite, incredible artist, and several of the other artists who were involved in the evening. Um, just really set a really beautiful tone for this season that Shaah and I are in right now. And I just kind of wanted to reflect on that. One of the panelists, I'm so sorry, but all of the names have left me. But one of the panelists, she was talking about one of the reasons why she thinks the arts tend to be underfunded, and also particularly in communities of color, why they tend to not be engaged, or why parents don't view it as a viable career, lifestyle, etc. And she said it's because we have this view of art as predominantly just entertainment, something that's either, a nice additive, frivolous, or like the extra sauce on the side instead of something like crucial. And she brought up how, like, art is so much more than that. It is education, it is healing, it is, she even said, medical. Like, there's so many layers to what art is, and the vastness of the way that it can impact, touch, and change people, circumstances, life, society. And something Shaah and I were talking about on the way home was, this idea of art is the language of the culture. Like, art is how we learn about our culture, our history. Is through various different arts, oral art, sculpture art, paintings, all the music, just dance. Every form of art is a big part of how we have identity and know who we are as a people, as human beings, is through the sharing of art. Yet somehow, when it comes to considering art as a lifestyle, as a career choice, etc., it is still seen as not viable. And so then the question is always, how do we change this? Or how can it get more funding, et cetera, et cetera. And this woman pointed out that, one of the ways is changing our perspective, our perception, our understanding of our relationship to art and what it is and how we perceive it, engage with it. So yeah, I really loved that art is so much more. Art is not just entertainment. Art is not just for when you feel like it or to decorate your house walls. It is that plus so much more. It is a healing modality. It is a connector. It is a community creator. It is an agitator. It is educational, nurturing, inspiring. It is so many things. And each of us in some way is an artist, and our greatest masterpiece is the life that we're living. And I think it could be that much greater and more profound with a broader view, a broader scope, embracing that broader view and broader scope of art as this all-encompassing existence, force, being, instead of just entertainment, something cool. Yeah, that was one of my main nuggets. The other nugget, one of the other wonderful artists on the panel, he mentioned that he doesn't just make Black art. And that's something that I've had commented on about me, about, oh, you don't make Black art, or, oh, I didn't really know this was your art. It doesn't look like a Black artist made this. I've had that comment a couple times, experienced that. And because I don't identify that way. Like, I don't identify as a Black artist who makes Black art. I just identify as a human being who happens to be gloriously embodied in this vessel that happens to have the skin that I have, and I make art. But I think we get lost in all these definitions and labels and the controversy that comes from either not identifying with any specific label or over identifying with a specific label. And not here for it. And so he was really talking about the importance of self-identifying if you feel the need to identify, and letting people know who you are, what you're doing, what you're not doing, to the extent that you feel, and embracing that and really encouraging others to do the same and doing it with confidence. And so that spoke loudly to me as well too. And then Dion Polite, the whole reason why we went to this exhibit was because my mom introduced us and was like, well, why y'all there? Why y'all in the space, in the area? Check her out. Just hearing her talk about her journey into art and embracing it fully later in life, and really sounding that bell of it's never too late, and it is always crucial and necessary for you to do the damn thing when you feel called to, and the beauty that comes of having support. Like, she talked about how her husband supported her and how through art she was able to connect and draw her father, who was dealing with dementia at the time, how some of the things she was painting will bring him back, the things that she was painting of their home country, how that would anchor him back to himself, presence, his memories. And again, speaking to the power of art for self-expression as well too. She talked about some of her self-portraits, and Shaah and I chuckled because it was like, that looks like a self-portrait I saw before we went to the panel. And Shaah was like, really? What makes you think that? I was like, I don't know. It kind of gives me the feeling. I feel like it's her. And then she said, talked about that piece in the panel, and he and I just kind of chuckled about that. He was like, look at you knowing. I'm like, I'll take that. I pride myself on that. So it was just all around good vibes and encouraging to see, feel, experience art and people in the place, and finding more ways to draw more people together in community around art, and how to be a voice through and with art. Because she also talked about one of her pieces that had FAFO on it, because of an experience she had at the airport, and somebody really was trying to experience and fuck around and find out behavior. And it was just a joyous reminder to me of how art is just, again, it is so grand, so vast. It transmutes, it heals, it is a megaphone, it is a love letter, it is resilience. It is. And I feel imbued with that energy of isness and power and resilience. And I'm ready to fuck around and find out. Peace, love, and fairy dust.